make sure. Uh, make sure we're looking good. And oh no,
Guys, so sorry. We are just
I
running a
lost that
little
window
bit
too.
behind. So we are just going to wait a hot second to fix out these technical difficulties.
I
Oh, I just gotta stretch.
Okay.
okay. It's live.
Sure, you got
It's
this
live.
stuff?
It's live.
Yeah, we
Hi.
are live on YouTube. I just saw it.
Yeah.
Hello,
And
YouTube.
then we just start the stage for midday.
You just saw Biddy stretch, and no, I just did because man, I had a rough day. But we are running a little bit behind, guys. So sorry. Just some technical difficulties. If you please would just stick around, we are trying to figure them out.
Bearded Patriot said he had
we're
lamb
just about
shoulder
there.
last night.
Really?
Or a lamb chop.
Lamb chop? So, is there a difference between lamb chop and lamb shoulder?
I would think so. I'm not a full-on lamb connoisseur, but I do enjoy a lamb chop every now and again.
I'm a connoisseur of many things, and that is definitely not one of them.
Should I start the stage, you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Start the
Yes, go
stage.
right ahead.
Ping the peoples. Let the peoples know.
All right, peoples.
I'm staying. On the
You're staying
sidewalk.
on the sidewalk.
Aw, Stiffy.
Nice.
We love it.
You know what? I wish I could tell you how many sidewalks I've actually had to, make when I was working in construction. It was honestly a lot. They're very easy to put in. I'm not even gonna lie.
Have you ever
Like-
lifted poly trucks?
Lifted a poly truck?
No. Lifted concrete. With the poly trucks, you put the poly underneath the concrete and like level it out.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
not. I have been on one of them. I have not worked it. But I was in charge of like the entire
Right.
crew,
Mm-hmm.
and it was what form of construction did I do? General contracting. I was a superintendent for a general contracting construction company. And we just made big warehouses, and a couple of Amazons, and some other big things. It was pretty
Nice.
fun, I will say. Man, I
My
got
grand-
to travel. I got to travel, man. Kansas, Indiana, Delaware, New York. Actually, Biddy, I was actually pretty close to you up in New York.
My grandpa was a mason.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We had I think the most amount of masons we had on a site at one time was 30.
Oh wow. Yeah, he used to tell me stories about how him and his buddies would put like cinder blocks in a big bag and they would try to get from like one line to the other, and they would like bet on who can hold the most cinder blocks in a bag. And
Oh,
if you knew
wow.
my grandpa, he's 4'11", but like a powerhouse.
Oh,
Yeah, that's funny.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, are we close to being ready, or
Give me
We're ready to go.
10
Oh,
minutes.
yeah, no. Take your time, boss. Take your time. We are having some technical difficulties, so sorry for
It's
starting a
not
little
even
late.
technical. It's just I need to get you guys the. What? I did not.
Hey,
press that.
Hammer.
Stop.
Yo,
Like your
what's
new
up,
profile pic,
peoples?
man. What up, Aaron?
What happened? Lemrag? Lemigrag?
That's hubby.
Oh yeah, dude. I like your new
Boom.
profile. Is that a new profile picture, or I've just never noticed it?
Oh yeah, no, he had that one for a minute.
All right, I'm ready.
That's his jam.
All right. Well, how about we get this party started? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone, and with me, as always, pushing the buttons, we have our dear boss, Roma Nation. How are you doing today?
Well, after that intro, I can't hear anybody now. So good luck. Happy
I thought
Friday,
it was like far
y'all.
enough away, but okay.
I mean, you might need to stand outside every time you do your intro.
Hello.
Well, in our next chair, we have the lovely, lovely Elizabeth. How are you doing today, dear?
I'm doing swell, T-Bone. How is everybody? How are you?
Very, very chipper. And in our last chair, being as wise and sadly today a little bit grumpy, but he's going to have a great day today. Brian, how are you doing today, good sir?
Life sucks. I hate everything.
Oh God.
Buddy, it's okay. We are going to have the best Friday midday rush show ever. Boss, how about you take it away with our very first article of the day, good sir?
All right. This comes from the Communist News Network, better known as CNN.
Lovely.
Biden calls U.S. ally Japan xenophobic, along with
Oh.
India, Russia, and China. Oh boy. Here we go. President Joe Biden on Wednesday called close U.S. ally Japan xenophobic at a Washington, D.C. fundraiser just weeks after launching the U.S.-Japan alliance at a state dinner. The president made a remark off camera at the off-camera event while arguing that Japan, along with India, Russia, and China, would perform better economically if the countries embraced migration more. Quote, you know, one of the reasons why our economy is growing is because you and many others. Why? Because we welcome immigrants. We look to reason. Look, think about it. Why is China stalling so badly economically? Why is Japan having trouble? Why is Russia? Why is India? Because it's xenophobic. They don't want migrants. I don't know if that's exactly how he said it.
Come on, man.
That's most definitely how he said it, guys. It's probably very, very
Biden
close
said,
to how he
according
said
to the official White House transcript released Thursday, an initial report of Biden's comments was that it was released by pool reporters, did not include India in the list of countries that he mentioned. On Thursday, Press Secretary Cringe Jean-Pierre said that the president was attempting to make a larger point when described Japan and India as xenophobic. He was saying that when it comes to who we are as a nation, we're a nation of immigrants. That is in our DNA, told reporters at Air Force One. Biden was making a broad comment in his comments about Japan and India. So here's the timeline, guys. So you destroy our relationship with our allies, flood the country using taxpayer resources, put our military in danger in the Middle East, and then give away our future to other countries. Got it.
Yep. And you know, immigration works in small batches, not in an invasion style millions at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that our government hates us and they're trying to intentionally destroy our country.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to flee with our money and then
Go into
leave
their
us
bunker
to-
while we're all
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah.
exactly why they've been, buying so many underground bunkers in the recent years. I mean, have we checked any of how many bunkers are being, sold each year? Or are we just, letting that go under the radar?
Well, the new cleared away land in Maui, I'm sure, was made a boom for them. But that's allegedly.
I'm trying to.
It's obvious what they want to do because they know that the people that have been in America, long enough, even people that are just, first generation, they have invested interest in this country and what it stands
Mhm.
for. They have family here that they care about, they care about our laws, everything like that. But so they don't want our country to be full of people like this that care about what our country was founded on. They want a new type of country. They want to thrust us into a new world order. They want all of this. So how do you do that? You bring in people that could care less about our laws because they're brand new. You give them everything they could ever want, ask for, and
Mhm.
probably push that whole socialist, and then communist one world idea. And they're going to go along with it because they don't really know how it is the other way.
I mean, isn't that what they do at the World Economic Forum every single year or at Davos?
That's what they push for. They try
Oh,
to make it
oh.
look like, the way things are going now is not working. So they have better ideas, and
I mean, do they actually have better ideas though?
according to them, they do. And
Yeah,
they're
that'd be
in
a
their
big fat
bubble.
no.
They're
That
in
would
their
be
bubble
a
of
big
yes men.
fat no.
Right. So,
I mean, I know that they've got a lot of money, but that doesn't having a lot of money doesn't make you smart.
definitely not.
I
So
mean, it depends on how you got that money. I'm gonna say, because if you got that money by, being smart with it, investing, you know, doing those types of things, I'd say. But if you were just given that money, I think that'd be completely different as to like how you look at the world. A self-made millionaire is better than a trust fund baby, right? That's how that saying goes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Something like that. No.
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Something like that. Okay.
probably more often than not. But still, even if you're given money, sometimes like these kids will amount to nothing. They'll just suckle from the teat. For the rest of their lives and not do anything with their lives. But yeah, I would say more often than not, if you're self-made, you have a history of working super hard to get where you are, and you appreciate the money in your bank a lot more than if it's just thrown in there.
100%. 100%. How about we move on to the very, very next article, boss? How about you hit us with it?
all right, this is from kptv.com. Car pulls up at a group at PSU, or Portland State University, not Penn State. Driver sprays crowd with mace. Oh, jeez. Portland, Oregon.
Mace, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
A car with no plates drove up to a crowd outside of the PSU library on Thursday afternoon. The driver got out and began spraying people with pepper spray indiscriminately. According to a spokesperson for the Portland Police Bureau, the driver
Bruh.
then ran away.
Not like if they got caught and put in jail, they wouldn't get bailed out anyway. Like,
Yeah, right. Well,
it's funny.
I mean,
They cover their faces and stuff, like they're gonna actually get put in jail.
forget about covering your face. A car with no plates? Yeah,
Yeah.
this car definitely wasn't stolen. All right.
Right.
So the crowd then surrounded the car and began smashing its windows. Up there you go.
There you
So-
go.
No one was seriously injured. Police are investigating and did not have any further information. This came after a morning of arrests and clashes between police and riot gear and pro-Palestine protesters at Portland State University. No wonder the police don't have any information.
What?
22 people. Huh?
We're talking about Summer of Love 2.0, right? So there's all this unrest going across the nation, and Oregon's like, wait, we're the one, we need to get in on this too. Are you kidding? We're we're backed up in this rioting.
I don't think the right should do anything. I'm not gonna lie. Do not protest. Don't do anything, because it's not good. It's not a good look. It's really not a good look.
Well, it depends on which news outlet decides to cover you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is true. This is very, very true.
Right,
This is very true.
What do we got here? It says 22 people were arrested after state troopers, police officers surrounded the building. Groups of people continued to surround the area through the day Thursday as the campus remained closed and locked down. And that's the end of the story. All right. Excuse me. Moving on to the AP. Arizona's Democratic governor signs a bill to repeal the 1864 ban on most abortions.
On most abortions?
Yes, that's correct. Most abortions. Democratic Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs was relegated a Civil War era ban on most abortions in the past by signing a bill Thursday to repeal it. Hobbs says that the move is just the beginning in a fight to protect reproductive health care in Arizona. The repeal of the 1864 law, as the state Supreme Court recently reinstated, won't take into effect until 90 days after the legislative session ends. That's my governor voice. All right, which typically happens in June or July. Abortion rights advocates say that they're hopeful a court will step in to prevent what could have been a confusing landscape of access for girls and women across Arizona as laws are introduced and then reversed. The effort to appeal the long dormant law, which bans all abortions except those done to save a patient's life, won final legislative approval Wednesday in a 16-14 vote of the Senate, had 2 GOP lawmakers join with the Democrats. Please check their bank accounts.
Indeed.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
I got something to say. I got something to say about this. The leftists are going to be very, very upset with the phrasing in this article because they said girls and women, and they didn't say birthing people because apparently there's birthing people. But I'm happy that they said girls and women because biologically speaking, only girls and women can give birth. Sorry, but it's science.
there's going to be a CIA sheepshook coming around T-Bone's neck and yanking off the screen.
Yeah. No. But
No,
science is very, very interesting, and that's actually kind of what they talked about on the Culture War podcast today. Abortion. I only watched about 8 minutes of it, and wow. I gotta sit through the full 2 hours, but man,
I did. I totally did. I was not missing that episode.
I watched it all through lunch. It was great.
I mean, I don't doubt that it's great, but man, that's a great way to talk about it. But yeah, so wait, Brian, bring the article back up. I kind of wanna go more into this article a little bit. So this Arizona chick, Katie Hobbs, is it right, boss?
That's correct.
She do some
Arizona
really sketchy things between her and Carrie Lake or something like that?
Call it sketchy. It's not even sketchy. It's proven in certain areas.
Yeah, she like basically regulated her own victory in that allegedly.
Allegedly, just rigged her own. She rigged her own election. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Okay, so she was running against Carrie Lake, right? So if there was any discrepancies in the way the voting went down, she was in a position at that point to kind of say whether or not, like to legislate whether or not something needed to be done about the election. And then she ended up winning. She oversaw her own election, exactly. So.
Sorry, wait, guys, we have a correction.
Have a flaw.
Correction. She was responsible. Hold on. She was responsible for what now?
She was responsible for running and investigating the election of herself against Carrie Lake and whether or not there were discrepancies and illegitimacies in that voting.
Oh, okay. All right.
I can't wait for the documentary 50 years from now that shows all of this stuff happening and unveiled. Like, it's going to be
and it'll be like a really, really fast thing. Oh, this year this happened, this year this happened, this year this happened, this year this happened. Like, it's like, guys, we've had to live through these days. Like, these aren't good. I wouldn't say these aren't good days. These are pretty great days. Today's gonna be a great day. It's already a great day. But we have to live through these days, guys. And there's news happening throughout these days. So it's just,
we just got to roll with it. I mean, what can we do? you know?
Yeah, Biddy's right. Yeah, we do have to just roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah.
How about we roll with the punches and go to our very, very next article, boss? What is it, good sir?
All right. We're going to go with Elizabeth's favorite news site, the New York Post. UNC frat bros who shielded U.S. flag from anti-Israel mob raised $400,000 for Rager, and Bill Ackman chipped in.
Wait,
Fundraiser to
what?
throw a
And
Rager
there's a
for-
trend going on right now. I'm sorry to say, in Missouri, I mean, it's like, I think they're calling it frat boy summer now. Like it's becoming a trend throughout all these schools throughout the nation.
I'm going to one of these parties.
No,
I'm going to one of these parties.
I am the
What?
youngest one here. I should go to these parties.
Yeah.
And I won't. I won't. I just won't.
I'm just strictly there for documentation. Anyways.
Oh yeah, sure.
A fundraiser to throw a Rager for the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill's frat brothers who protected the Stars and Stripes from anti-Israel mob this week has raised an eye-watering $400,000. And billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman is a fan, donating $10,000 more.
Woohoo!
The GoFundMe contribution spotted Wednesday by night by Eagle-Eyed X user will help throw a patriotic pack of Pi Kappa Phi members the party they deserve. I will be at this party, according to the description of the fundraising site. The kingly sum raised to GoFundMe has left the fraternity brothers overwhelmed by your glorious patriotic Americans who value good beer and great times, the organizers wrote. The frat also said that it had been in touch with other fraternities who had also helped defend the flag Tuesday when anti-Israel protesters sought to replace it with the Palestinian flag on the UNC Chapel Hill campus. Ackman declined to comment when reached on Thursday. The protests were one of dozens that rocked the nation over the last few weeks as college kids throughout the United States demanded that universities halt their support for Israel over the war on the Gaza Strip. But when demonstrators tried to pull down the American flag in a confrontation with counter-protesters, Pi Kappa Phi stepped into the fray. Quote, when we went in, we said, we will not let the headline of this day be an American flag falls at UNC, freshman Jason Calderon, who helped the others hold up the flag, told CBS 17. Dan Stopel, who was also one of the students who stood in front of the mob, told Fox News that he and others endured profane language and gestures, as well as high-flying debris during the campaign. I don't understand how people can act like this. Act like this. They're paid actors to create controversy.
Exactly.
That's what.
And the silent majority is no longer silent.
Didn't Tim say something last night about he saw this happen even in Occupy Wall Street, the thing that happened years ago, where there were people from there and in New Zealand and Australia, and they're just like all around the world or something like that. Did he say something? I mean, I don't want to misquote him, but that's just what I remember him saying. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, please.
Are you talking about like the agitators and stuff that are?
Yes.
Yes.
The paid actors. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
They're like the traveling circus. That's basically what they are. It's the same crew, and they just run amok and go from this protest to this protest and just egg it on. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff going on with this. I've been following this really closely because this is like a huge white pill. I love to see it. There's a country western singer, John Rich. I think I sent you guys that little clip video. He's doing a concert for these guys and for this movement right now. And I can't think right now of what he's calling. Oh yeah, it's #FlagStock. And he's getting a whole bunch of people together. I know Scott Pressler is trying to get involved as well with all of this. He wants to make sure these guys are registered to vote. So they're turning this into a whole movement, and I love it. This is the way you do it.
Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to register to vote, because like that's really important. Your vote actually matters.
100%.
So yeah,
Don't let them
register to
black
vote.
pill you into not voting, because
Oh,
I
yeah,
know a
yeah.
lot of people, not a lot, but there are people out there. I watch videos and people are like, I don't vote still. And I'm like, why? Why would you do this? You know, like this, if you've never voted before, vote now. This is the time to like do it, you know?
Oh, this is absolutely
Biddy's right.
the time.
No, Biddy is 100%
You know.
right.
Yep. All right. So Brian, we're gonna go with the Boston story and then the the CBS story, and then we'll jump on to the next segments. All right.
Okay, so which one is the Boston story?
That's the CBS. I'm sorry, the Boston 25 News.
Okay, there it is.
There it is. All right. Moving on. Video shows raging inferno on major New England highway after tanker carrying gas crashes. A busy section of a major highway that runs through New England will be closed for an extended period of time after a tanker carrying gas crashed and burst into flames on Thursday morning, officials said. All southbound and northbound lanes on Interstate 95 in the area of Exit 15 in Norwalk, Connecticut, are closed after a petroleum truck crashed and burst into flames around 5:30 a.m., state and local police said. Traffic was backed up for dozens of miles during the morning rush hour, and the crash left over other highways and secondary roads in gridlock. A photo shared in Norwalk police showed firefighters working to extinguish a massive blaze underneath a Fairfield Avenue overpass. Thick black smoke was also seen consuming the area. Quote, the traffic jams are horrendous, Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont said. Based on similar incidents, it's likely the bridge will need to be replaced. Norwalk Mayor Harry Rilling said. The official said the bridge was damaged, but they're unsure of the level of damage given the high temperature of the fire. Now, this happened, I think last year there was something that happened on the West Coast or on the western side of the country where there was a truck that burst into flames, and then the bridge collapsed that it was on.
You think that the truck, I mean, you know, I mean, we could speculate so many different things, but it just seems like, you know, something you'd see in a movie, right? The truck goes into flames, you put it in neutral, you kind of jam the thing, phew, and just let it do its thing, you know?
Or, you know,
From a very,
another
very bad
bridge,
action movie.
another bridge
Yeah.
on another major highway in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Dun dun dun.
So let's see. Do we have anything else on this? Oh, here we go. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg announced on a post on X that his team is aware of the situation and working on Connecticut DOT crews. Has anyone heard from Buttigieg in the last 2
I'm
years?
so glad he's
You want
aware.
to know why? You want to know why? Because he takes so many times, so many days off.
To spend
It's
with his
sad.
boyfriend?
His
Oh yeah,
boyfriend.
paternity leave and whatnot.
I mean,
I thought it was his husband, but
look at
whatever.
how many issues that's happened over. I mean, it's from the trains to planes to like, has there ever been a time in history, or at least in recent history, where our transportation sector has been this overwhelmed? Any 2-year period ever?
Not that I can remember.
You know,
I mean,
so-
I'm the youngest one here, so I don't know.
Well, I remember, I don't know, about might have been 20 years ago or so. There was a bridge on I-40 over the Arkansas River between near Fort Smith, Arkansas, and that bridge collapsed, and it caused issues not just because it closed down I-40 for a while, but it also blocked up the Arkansas River Way, which is a major inland waterway. So that's the closest thing I can remember, but even that wasn't on this scale. I mean the scale of traffic you have in that Acela corridor, and that's what this is
Right.
impacting, is just incredible.
Right. All right. So we got 6:30. All right. So let's run this last story from CBS News. IRS says the number of audits is about to surge. Here's what the agency is targeting. The IRS says it's about to ramp up audits as it cracks down on tax cheats and seeks to deliver more revenue into the U.S. Treasury coffers. But not every group of taxpayers will face more scrutiny, according to the IRS commissioner. So I believe it's, just to make this quick, it's for anybody making less than $400,000, the audits will not increase. But I mean, are you trying to get money into the coffers because of cheaters, or is it because you're giving all of our money away and planning on taking from our retirements with the 44% plan?
Right. That kitty is depleted, so they need to add more money to it.
Exactly. Because because it says here, let's see. So the IRS plans to triple the audit rates in large corporations with assets of more than 250 million. Audit rates for these companies will rise to 22.6% in tax year 2026 from 8.8 in 2019. Unless you're friends with the establishment. All right, let's move on.
Unless you have a Switzerland account, then watch out.
Exactly. All right, Brian, let's go ahead and move on to T-Bone's segment.
Huh? What happened?
You know what time it is.
Sorry, I've been sneezing. I'm having a great day, but like right now I'm sneezing and I don't appreciate it. But that's not gonna stop everybody from playing the very first game that we have. Guys, this is called the Be or Not, where Brian gives us 2 or more articles and we gotta figure out which one is fake or real or something. I'm not really too sure. Brian, please take it away, good sir.
All right, so what I do is I scour the web and the Babylon Bee for good headlines to pair up against each other, and your job is to pick out the B headline. Headline number 1. Guess who will receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom? Headline number 2. Moments from victory against Democrats, Republicans decide to start attacking the First Amendment. If I can get a poll.
Almost gotcha.
Boom.
Nice.
What in the what?
I have to recuse myself of this. I was all over the internet today.
Okay.
Yes, Vashnik. We vote for the fake.
We are voting for Zip It.
Guys, I'm so lost, man. I don't know, man.
You got to use that local bee honey. Get rid of those allergies. It's a thing.
Huh?
Go to your local farmer's market and get
Some local
bee
honey.
Yep.
Oh,
and
okay.
It'll fix your allergies.
So I am thinking about voting for number D. No. I'm gonna vote for number A.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not really too sure if I won.
Oh, wow.
I know
It's kind of split.
It is
Split a little bit.
All he do is sneeze, no matter what.
All right. All right, T-Bone. Since you have chosen one, I will reveal headline number 1.
Oh man. And I got something for you guys as soon as you're done with this. Some breaking news.
And
Goodness.
and T-Bone, you will be disappointed, as well as 60% of the audience. From townhall.com, guess who will receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom? By Katie Palovich. You should read.
Oh.
The White House announced the next group of Presidential Medal of Freedom recipients this Friday morning. Former Vice President Al Gore is on the list with a citation for his work on climate change. Ain't that nice? Okay, I'll show you the B article, just so you know. There you go.
Nice. And if you want to catch the flip side of that, B and others from this week, join us tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brian and myself, and maybe a special guest, our very
That
own beloved
special
T-Bone.
guest will 100% be there.
Okay.
2:30.
All right.
Hopefully I
Now-
won't be sneezing.
For some breaking news,
Breaking news, guys! Breaking news!
and this is actually from 4:32 p.m.
Wow.
House Oversight Committee votes for citizenship question to be added to the census.
About damn time. Why wasn't it on there in the first fucking place?
Exactly. The Equal Representation Act passed a straight party line with a vote of 22 to 20. Every Democratic congressman opposed because the party stands to lose control of House districts due to the unconstitutional representation of illegal aliens.
Can you
House
please
floor
just
vote
break
on
that down to
citizenship
me?
question will be held next week.
Okay, break that down for me.
So what this means, 'cause remember during Trump's term, they wanted to put if whether you were a citizen on the census, right?
Yeah.
And the reason for that, I mean, obviously, even if they put no, they're not a citizen, I'm not sure exactly if they would just not count that person as a citizen on the census or not. But all the Democrats were opposed to it.
I wonder why.
And I don't understand why you'd be opposed to actually knowing who is a citizen and who is not, unless you're trying to find a way to get them counted in the census, whether it be on purpose or by accident or whatnot. Either way, you're showing your hand when you say that.
Right.
So, so now they're going to try to make that an actual thing, because even if they do count them on the census, at least if we were to go through a presidency or at least a presidential race and it was close, then we can count those and they would be on record of how many illegal immigrants that were in that area and that were counted. And then
Yeah.
you could post that against the amount of votes that were actually made, and you could see the discrepancies.
Right.
They don't want you to see the discrepancies. That's the difference.
Right. They'll allow us highlighting the dead voters and all this other stuff, but that they don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole. But
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
that's a big part of it all.
Well, that's kind of messed up. But how about we move on to our very, very next game, guys? What are you guys thinking?
Do it.
Alright,
Yeah.
guys,
Do it.
it's my favorite time of the day, guys. It is time to play my game where it's called Caption This, where I give you a photo, you give me the caption. Brian, please show the people the lovely, lovely photo that my very, very messed up brain came up with.
Nice. Well, Mark Hamill was at the KGP and press release, I believe, today. So this is
Yeah.
Star Wars is
Guys.
trending.
If you are not seeing the picture, this picture is of RoboCop and C3PO, and well, yeah, they're together. That's all I got to say.
Oh, we already got captions rolling in.
Oh yes.
Oh, guys, please send me your captions, because this, I think, is just going to be very, very funny. It's going to be, I don't know what else more I could say on it, but very, very funny. Guys, how about you do some talking? I'm going to go get some tissues. I'm sneezing way too much. I'll be right back.
All right.
Chris.
Oh man. Oh, they're coming in. They're coming in good. Let's see what else we got here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start from the top. These are oh man. All right, so here we go. And that, my friends, is the story of how R2D2 was born. Then we've got This is AI Love, circa 2095.
Probably.
Yep. This is I Promise I Won't Be Gentle.
Actually, he looks scared too.
Yeah, right. Then we've got Cyber circa 2169. When we've got I've got your steel balls right here, baby. Then we've got Don't worry, my little gold member. I would never trade you in for Bitcoin.
I got one today.
Nice. We've got Is that a servo motor in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, man. Oh, this is great. Interracial cyber love. Yes. Yes. Disney celebration after the merger with Orion Pictures.
Oh.
And then we've got, shh, I promise to use antivirus.
It's funny too, because every time you read the caption, I go back and look at the picture and I can see him saying this.
Oh, these are funny. And we've got C3P. Oh, you're under arrest. Let's see. While I'm familiar with over 6 billion forms of communication, I never understood the language of love until now.
Aww.
All right, then we've got coming summer of 2025, a reimagination romance that was forbidden, Romeo and Juliet, cyber whores. Gold members' newest upgrade. It's okay. Size doesn't matter. Oh, these are hilarious.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What did I miss?
Hola. Got a lot of captions in here, T-Bone. Another good photo.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? I'm so excited. How about we read them, boss?
He has been.
Too late. I already did. What else we got here? We've got, are you here to give me an oil change, big guy?
Big guy.
How about,
Wait.
I'll
10%
show
for the
you
big
a
guy?
lightsaber.
What?
A
Why a
lightsaber.
lightsaber?
Well, you know, Star Wars and the whole pew pew.
Well, yeah, sword fights, right? The guys, they're really good at the sword fights, aren't they? Something like that? I don't know. Boss,
Hmm?
I got the foggiest idea.
idea. I have not the foggiest. It's come on now. You have to do it in the Yoda like sentence. Like
I was gonna do
Right.
it, but I forgot like how to do
yeah.
do
So
the
his
phrasing.
sentence, his sentences, the last words are like in the front.
Oh, like Pig Latin.
Not Pig Latin,
F
but it's
you
just
will
like a
be
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically stuff like that.
Oh man. All right, we need to get a poll here. So give me just a second. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna read the top ones because like I didn't even get to read them because I was dying upstairs. Okay, yeah, that's my friends. And that, my friends, is the story of how R2D2 was born. I mean, like, Oh gosh, man! When you were saying that these are good, these are okay. Crimson, bad girl. I give you my 20. Don't worry, my little gold member. I would never trade you for Bitcoin. Oh, Biddy,
Oh.
you naughty girl. That was very, very spicy. Spicy.
I try.
Somebody get her some water because man, she is on fire.
All right, I'm going to do the poll here in just a second. Zoink.
Shh. I promise to use antivirus.
All right.
That doesn't make any sense.
In the audience, 3, 2, 1, go. We got 1 minute.
All right, let's see this. Promise I won't be gentle. I've got your steel balls right here, baby. Don't worry, my little gold member. I would never trade you in for Bitcoin. Shh. I promise to use antivirus. Is that like supposed to be like wouldn't it be like protective malware or something like that? Because like I'm just trying to think. Like she's trying to say that like it's the thing, right?
Huh?
I'm not
5
yeah,
seconds.
never mind. Never mind.
Well, looks like
Never
we've got a
mind.
clear and concise winner here. And the winner of today's Caption This is... Shh. I promise to use antivirus.
Hey,
Oh, talk
whisper
dirty.
in those sweet
Talk
nothings.
dirty to me.
Karen do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I bet you that's definitely gonna go down in the ringer for a
Oh, you know, I just thought of one too.
What?
I was gonna say, come on, baby, make it hurts.
Ooh.
HERTC hurts, baby.
Man,
see,
I
like,
missed out on that one.
It's okay. It's okay. We have some time to go on to some more stories, boss. If you don't mind, pull up the very, very next article, good sir.
All right, let's see, Brian. Let's go with TechCrunch.
No, that's the wrong one. TechCrunch. Did I lose that one? What's the name of the story?
Oh, it's the NASA. Give me a second. I'm gonna put it in the
NASA. We're talking about NASA again.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know I had that pulled up. Oh well.
I know that happens to me too. It gets lost in the tabular.
Yep. No, I see it now where I had the tab. Oh well.
It's all good.
Excuse
All right,
me.
so this is NASA orders studies from private space companies on Mars missions support roles. Mars exploration has always been the exclusive purview of national space agencies, but NASA is trying to change that, awarding a dozen research tasks to private companies such as Prelude to commercial support for future missions to the Red Planet. It is the second time in a month that an agency has shown its desire for commercial support in Mars missions, having more or less scraped the original Mars sample return mission in favor to be determined alternative, likely a private space companies. A total of 9 companies were selected to perform 12 concept studies on how they would provide Mars-related services, from payload delivery to planetary imagining to communication relays. While each award is relatively small, between 200,000 and 300,000, these studies are important and first step of NASA to better understand the costs, risks, feasibility of commercial technologies. The companies selected are Lockheed Martin, of course, Impulse Space, and Firefly Aerospace for small payload delivery and hosting services. United Launch Alliance, Blue Origin, and Astrobotic for large payload delivery and hosting services. Albedo, Redwire Space, and Astrobotic for Mars surface imaging services, and SpaceX, Lockheed Martin, and Blue Origin for next gen relay series. Nearly all of the selected proposals would adapt existing projects focusing on the moon and Earth, NASA said in a statement. The 12-week studies will conclude in August, and there's no guarantee that it will lead to future requests for proposals or contracts. That said, it's similarly unlikely that future contracts would appear without a study having previously been done by a company vying for it. The companies will be sourced from a request of proposals, but put out by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory earlier this year. According to that solicitation, the idea is to develop new paradigm for Mars exploration, one that delivers more frequent, lower cost missions via partnerships between government and industry.
Mhm. Yeah. They're like, come on, guys, come play with us. NASA needs to stay relevant.
Right. So if anybody has ever watched the show The Expanse, this is a great example of what the future would look like if we were to colonize Mars or the moon or, somewhere else out on the on out and about in outer space. So
We'd
yeah,
have to
so
figure
The
out how to
Expanse,
get water
plugged you.
and food. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
What
Well,
about it?
Yeah. How do we do that? We can't just turn air into water. I mean, you can, but I mean,
Well,
I mean,
there's a lot of studies right now for agriculture and how they're going to be able to do that on Mars. So they have all these different, you know, farming on Mars and all this other kind of stuff, programs going on.
you know
It's just-
what? Go
Mhm.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, I was just going to read this thing. Scientists think it's possible to sustainably grow crops on Mars, but to do this, they'll need to modify the plant's dirt. Biologist Weiger Wamelek thinks earthworms may help, and he's at the Dutch Research Lab in Wageningen University. So yeah, they're trying. Sorry, Roma, go ahead.
No, it's all good. Like, I also wonder that, like, when you go on long, deep space missions, how do you keep water supply going?
well, for one, the rocket fuel is basically hydrogen, and it can that. I mean, you make water by burning rocket fuel, basically.
Oh wow.
So that's one. Uh, Two, at least on Mars, they have found the rovers have found evidence of frost under the surface, hence water. So
okay,
there is-
yes, boss, not boss, Brian. We are well aware that Mars used to be, full of water. There used to be rivers in it. We already know these things, but it's no more. They've dried up, good sir. There is no
No.
more water, or at least that's what we understand. So,
Well, there's still there's still water present in decent quantities near the poles on Mars. They suspect, based on the soil samples from the rovers, that there is a frost layer not far under the soil, which indicates
Oh wow.
more. So, I mean, everything indicates that at least that there's enough there for at least a small self-sustainable human colony. As there's also, there's ice out in space. There are sources of water out there. H2O is a fairly simple compound, and it is fairly common, at least in the solar system. So it's out there.
Oh, I wonder, like, do you guys think this is actually feasible? Like, not just because it's not just like, making making the planet work for itself by like making it farmable and having those kind of resources. There's other things that they have to consider, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I guess like when you change the ground, the dirt, everything, you can kind of like it'll affect the ecosystem and affect the air breathing and all of that other kind of stuff. Is this something like that would be feasible, like even in the next 100 years, that they can colonize Mars? Or I mean, how would we even know? I mean, how many millions and billions of dollars are getting pushed
Well,
towards this project?
I mean, all I know is that there won't be much more progress on it until somebody figures out how to make money off of it out of the endeavor itself and not off of the government subsidies.
Right.
The actual there's once we figure out a way to make
I know. Pick me.
Go ahead.
It's they start mining that asteroid that we talked about a couple days ago.
I mean,
for the moolah.
I mean, that's one thing. Or there's apparently I learned this a couple months ago just in a voice chat on this very Discord that there's helium on the moon, and we're out of helium on Earth, and helium is kind of important. So that might be the first step, is mining helium from the moon, but we are short of time.
How do you mine? Oh yeah, we are short of time. Oh snap, guys! Thank you. How about, you know what? We're gonna end it out. Boss, tell the people where you're gonna be tomorrow, good sir.
That's right. At 10 p.m. on Rumble, we've got Roman Nation, Past, Present, and Future, the Classified Documents Case, the prequel. So
Oh yeah, baby. And at 2 p.m., I will be there. 2:30. Special guest. Special guest already. Yeah. So sorry. Who's doing this? Some amazing people. I forget their names.
Yeah, Brian and myself, man, and T-Bone. Maybe Roma, maybe we can get a little pop in, but if we don't, we know you love us. We know you're busy. We know you got a lot going on. That's fine. That's fine. No pressure.
Maybe.
But yeah, flip side of the B, grand winner for the Caption This, and any articles that we couldn't get to throughout the week, come join us 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Guys, thank you again. Do not forget to watch Timcast IRL tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We sadly do not know who the guest is because it is Friday. There are no call-ins tonight. But there is some great things happening on the Discord tonight. So do please join if you can. Timcast.com. Join the Discord. We have some karaoke tonight, some nightcap tonight, some. Oh, Biddy, you're doing the thing with the dating thing, right?
Next Friday.
Oh, okay.
AKA Saturday, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But also YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always alerted to any new drops on this channel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for joining us, guys. My name is T-Bone. This is the Midday Rush. That is the boss, Roma Nation, the lovely Elizabeth, and the wise man himself, Brian. Please end us out, good sir.
All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Get off my lawn, stay on the sidewalk. You know the deal.
Bye, guys.
All right, great recovery, you guys. Great show. Good
Great
shit.
show.
I gotta run for pre-tard. Love you guys.
Love you too, Biddy.
We're still on YouTube's. Bye, Biddy.
Not for much longer.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.